What do we got?
Whiskey!
We like whiskey.
So I bought a sample pack, I think like a year and a half ago, maybe.
Did it go bad?
No.
Why?
Because it's whiskey.
Oh, that's right, it's whiskey.
It's whiskey. So it was a Johnnie Walker sampler. It had like the blue and the black label and the double black. I think we reviewed the double black.
We did?
There's a blue sitting back there. And I saw this one. I was like, oh, let's do the 18.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had it. If I did, it's been a long time.
You know what I like about the bottle?
They look like the regular size
It's
bottles.
a miniature. It's nice.
Yeah, the only thing missing is a cork. A little baby cork.
What are you going to do? I don't even know how you would do that.
You get a little baby cork.
Tiny cork.
Yeah. Shall we do it?
You shall.
You got any information on this?
I have a little bit. But I'm
Just
going to wait to see if there's a
18-year-old
small
Johnnie Walker.
glug.
There will be a Johnnie. Oh, there might be. No.
No.
It's a splash
I guess
zone.
if we had some
It's
sort
a
of a
squishy
mini
splash.
mic. Johnnie Walker, aged 18 years, an intensely rich Scotch that perfectly balances a trilogy of flavors and textures. It's made with hand-picked casks, aged for 18 years, with each passing season building layers of complex flavor. A whiskey worth the wait. Drink it neat or on the rocks. Looks good to me.
All right, let's do it. Sir, cheers. Now, were you a fan of the Johnnie Walkers? I like
I
them.
never had a lot of experience with Scotch as a kid growing up because, we had the Irish whiskey.
Oh, that's right.
So I gotta say, I'm not a fan. I just didn't have a lot of experience.
We had a good bit of this stuff. Well, and I think I wrote it up on the blog way back in the day, in the beginning, in the early days of the blog. They used to do the Journey of Taste,
Right.
Johnnie Walker, and they do it at the Union League in Philly. And we went to at least 3 or 4 of these events. They did the Journey of Taste there. And of course, it was always like diminishing returns. Like the first year you go, it's like this blowout. It's like the first time they're doing it. Because I think whiskey was dead.
All the prizes
At
you
the
could
time.
possibly imagine.
Oh my God, it was ridiculous.
You got the rice-a-roni, everything.
It was like, first you tasted all the components of the Johnnie Walker Black and Red. The Lagavulin, the Dalwhinnie, the Cardew. Then you had they had a full meal. They had appetizers. Then you had the tasting. Then they had dinner. And then they even gave us whiskey to go. They gave us a small black and a small red to go. Then the next year was just the black. Then the following year was like a pin. So,
And just 3 out after that.
Once it started selling, they didn't need to give us anything anymore because we would just go. We were like sheep. So, but it was fun.
Sheep.
And I think, remember Gregor Katanak?
Yes.
I believe his
He gave
father.
one of those?
No. His father.
His father. Oh.
His father was, I think, the guy, the brand ambassador for Johnnie Walker at the time. So, anyway, back to this. Not getting a lot of smoke or anything like that with this.
A little fruity.
Mm-hmm.
Getting like apples.
Yeah. I was gonna say maybe some light peaches and pears.
Yeah, pears, apples.
Is there a name for that? You got your stone fruit, which is like the peaches, right? Then you got your
I go tree fruit.
tree fruit.
Tree fruit.
But aren't they all on trees? That's what makes them a
There's
fruit.
citrus, and then everything else is trees. I don't know.
You're just making things
Seeded
up.
fruits?
You're making things up, aren't you?
Much like I do most of the time.
Then I get a little bit of vanilla, maybe a little light baking spice. All right, I'm gonna go in.
Apple pie, sure.
Sure. Chewing it.
I did.
Ooh,
Chew your whiskey.
that's actually very nice. I like that. It starts off a little light, but then it builds. You get a nice, like a nice spiciness, like a mouth-filling spiciness. It's a little dry. Front half of the mouth, front half of the tongue, I should say.
It's a little sweet.
Nice long finish.
Yeah,
Not really sweet though.
Not real sweet, but a little sweet.
Yeah,
And then it's
that's good.
a little bit of pepper, and then very dry. A nice finish.
Mm-hmm.
It's not real hot, but it's not overly spicy or anything. It's nice. That's
Nice. Yeah, I get the sweetness
That's
now.
nice. Yeah, a little bit of sweetness.
I'm getting a little more like a pie, but I'm thinking like a maybe like a peach pie or like a pear tart, where you get that little bit of fruitiness, but you get those little bit of crystallized sugars, with a little bit of the baking spice.
You're a tartlet? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I'm a
Going for
tart.
tartlet.
I'm a little tarty.
That's
Tardy and tarty. Always late
that's nice.
and a bit of a tart.
I don't necessarily get that it tastes 18 years.
I don't even know what would that mean. Like just
It
really,
just like something
super rich.
It's like rich or thicker or
Well,
whatever.
with the 18, right?
But
It's the youngest whiskey in the
Is
blend is
18
18 years
years,
old,
yeah.
right?
So I would expect there'd be something that was older than that.
Yeah. But remember, it's a blend, right? So they're trying to go for a balance and all
I'm
that
not saying
good
in a
stuff.
bad way. I just wouldn't know that this was 18 years old.
No, it's good.
But it's
I like it.
very nice.
What we see the price was 80? 75, 80?
Yeah, a couple places were in the 80s. A couple places were over 100. It really depends on, I guess, geographically where you happen to be.
I like the finish too.
Yeah, it's a real nice finish.
Get a little tingle on the teeth.
Real nice finish,
which is interesting. You know, it lingers for a while. I would go, 89 to 91 roughly. That's really good.
So you're going.
I like it.
You're going A minus. Yeah.
I think it's a lot nicer than the black.
Yeah.
The blue's really good, but this has maybe a little bit more oomph to it.
What's the price point on the black? Do you remember?
The black is like in the 40s, 50s,
so
something like that.
You're doubling the price and.
Yeah, but I think it's a lot better though.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely a lot. Yeah. The black's a little more smoky, which I generally like smoke.
Yeah.
But for me, if I'm going to go smoke, I'm going full smoke.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go to a Kalila or a,
burn down house.
Yes, exactly, exactly. So that's really good though. I like it. How about you?
Yeah, thanks for sharing. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was
it's
good. And there's a little bit left.
Good. Again, I'm not a huge understanding of Johnnie Walker. It wasn't something I had grown up or anything.
Uh-huh.
But I've come to realize that they seem to know what they're doing.
Yes, they've been doing it for a while.
I think they might be able to make it another year. That's it's a very nice whiskey.
Yeah. So
very nice whiskey.
Sir,
Cheers. Thanks for sharing.
Anytime. Delicious.